change the narrative, the conversation, world over, we must involve women, the dynamics, the reshaping of the world, especially in Nigeria. We must put women at every level, especially the top, because we know that nature has empowered women with a lot of multi-skills, multi-talent, multi-abilities. And if we do not redeploy it for our own good, we get to lose. Which is why this show always come on to tell you that women can and women are. My guest today is another such personality, multifaceted, multi-dimensional, and let's just say, who is she? Now you have seen a bit of the personality seated here with me. I'm going to go right in and ask you. I like to hit my name on point. Just see yesterday, I was having a talk with some group of people, and one of them said, I never liked motivational speakers, but a lady forced me to read a book. And then I said, I don't like to read motivational speakers. They make you think, tell you what you already know. And that one says, yes, because we constant reminder, to be able to help you, not to move away from or derail, so to speak. You are a trainer. And I know a lot of times you do also motivational speaking. And do you do all those repetition? And is she right?
Thank you for having me, and thank you for the honor. Well, people say a lot about motivational speaking, but is there anyone that doesn't know any motivation? Sometimes, no matter how strong you are, what you need is just that reminder of what you carry on the inside. And I think that's what motivational speaking does. Sometimes, when the pressures of the world cave in on you, that little spark of hope that motivational speaking gives you makes a world of difference. I mean, it may be the difference between someone who may be suicidal and the tipping point for somebody's success. So I hear what people say, but I think as a trainer, there are three things as a trainer we must always accomplish. Number one, whatever learning you've come to do must take place. Number two, the experience must be something memorable in a positive way, because emotions have a significant impact in whether learning takes place or not. Number three, you must feel a sense of connectedness, a sense of accomplishment, a sense of hope in what you're doing, so that you know that the role that you're playing, whether it's for your organization or in the marketplace, is significant. It matters. So in our trainings where they're curated and designed, the instructional design is done such that there's room for personal reflection.
How do I feel like you're suddenly trying to, train me? Yeah, I feel like I'm a student right now.
I wish I am, but basically
That's why I know now you start filling out the papers for training and all of that. But it's just about training drum. It's me training and drumming, but more or less having more of a conversation. I know you're also a marketer. In fact, you actually studied marketing. It's something I've always been very scared of. Someone once told me that if you refuse to showcase what you have, your village people are calling you encapsulator and you're also answering encapsulator. I don't know. How do people like you get marketing to your fingertips, that you're so good at it? And for people who can't, what are the things to look out to overcome your cannot?
Interesting. And it's good that you asked that question, because that is the challenge that we have, particularly with Gen Zs today. They're digital natives, right? Yes, they're comfortable in the digital space. They're loud, free, and expressive. Or put them in front of somebody, You probably have seen them freeze countless times. Very few of them are able to communicate. And so in my background in marketing, my first MBA, I specialized in marketing. One of the things that we learned and I appreciated is the whole strategic aspect of planning for marketing. What are you trying to achieve and all that? The sales end of it, where the front facing is just at the tip of it, is the icing on the cake. Mm-hmm. But it has a lot to do with understanding the people that you're there to serve. You need a lot of emotional intelligence when you're working on it. It's one of the things that we train people on. Marketing is about meeting the needs of your customer, not just meeting them, but also surpassing the needs of selling and doing that.
I was going to actually ask you that because there are some people who it looks as if once they get into the field, they never come back unaccomplished. Why do some people succeed? Others do not, from the same terrain, from the same market. I don't know. I've never really done marketing. I wish I could, but I'll just want to know. Is it something that you have some kind of magic or just a flair?
You can't succeed at 80 minutes of doing to do unless there's a bit of passion. A lot of passion. Because it's your passion that gives you the will to go on. The odds are set against you. However, in terms of marketing, putting out there, in anything that you do, it starts with the mindset. And that's what the difference in marketing, because chances are that you will have who knows 10 going is where oftentimes people get discouraged. Oh, I've had 6, 7, 8, 9 moves, and then lose courage. So once you have that taste of first success, then you can try to to aspire, get higher.
Okay. Now I will take a step a little backwards to the you. In much more younger you. I'm just wondering, the little girl from Plateau State, am I right?
Yes.
And growing into the CEO of so many, small companies, merging into big one, the stalwarts. What in your childhood informed who you are today?
My God, you have time?
No time in the world.
So, I'm the 5th of 8 children from the house.
Why from 2 hours?
Well, some of them, okay. And growing up as a middle child, well, in our house there was no preference or anything, but growing up in a large family, first of all, in school there's always a competition. The people that went before you is how well they did, so you're challenged to do that. But then something happened when I was 13, 14, thereabout, when I was 14. My Lord passed away. I was still in secondary school. And now I look at my daughter as age, and I imagine how young I was when she passed away. I was still in secondary school in Virgin House. And once I know that we've had challenges, ups and downs, surprise periods when my dad was between jobs and things were difficult. And we had serious impact. But from the time that she passed on, my father remarried, and I can't put it anywhere but to date, I have never met a human being who would immune to children or as we get as a stepmother.
Oh, I was actually thinking you were going to say something very nice.
No, it was like a home teaching.
Oh, wow.
In fact,
did she use iron on your back? Knives to flog you and all of that?
She pumped them to us.
Jehovah. Yeah. Why do people learn this kind of crafts?
Well, it just folds nature then all hold them down and then you know.
Don't say.
So there were so many things. I remember when I was 15, 16, I was about to finish the bonus span. So I came up the school and the letters were discussion. I remember my scene at 16 fish eating.
That's the encouraging prostitution?
Well, at that time, Even I developed the import of that, or now, to think about, I was simply to say cost that you. So everything got sanitary towels or, for us, like, don't you say, oh, that is rubber or men can give you, so your abusive men can take you. Didn't want to stand all that things. And another way watching house of my father's pass always saying just have this question. I go to the junction, because I go to oh, and I said, I didn't ask me where I was being. I said, anyway, Jehovah said, I'm the election and based on the balance is simply called. And then I think I knew what it was there, and somehow us, the emotions started being crying. So I said, and the same thing, and the side to that. Yeah, it is something recent. So when you come across the statement, it's a certain one. No, at that point, I said, so, I'm going to like go some distance away from my house. I opened the door for a scene. So, but you did, you don't want to look down. They're supposed to, I'm not just a way to go. That was actually, and also the person's name or whatever. And I did fucking, I see you, then you get soft.
She didn't look for you?
No.
Your father didn't look for you?
No. In that, I remember at that point, just like my father was not, I got to use your work, and my father was a loving father. He was a hands-on, he grew up in a house filled with love. Well, that was a tipping point in my family's. It was a drastic change. And so, at that, and I say this to say, at any stage in my, I had to make some decisions. And I said, let's know the month people. I said, running my that round not cost 6 million. And so I make some decisions. And God, we found out that since she's a child and we and we would like to say that I the people agree. Seeing a child in the young should go on in this kind. Nigeria, so you took us. And that was a case for so for that time. There was something that I didn't do. I found ridiculous. Come from the university. I found the ridiculous. I respect that open giving dogs and visitors. I sold them to the inside. I gave them about my aunties as he was from the Daniels. I used to sell more now to put this together. That is not necessarily the intent. All I want was to show this to you. Big, she was a criminal station. That's like that. So she just want to be close. Because my aunt sits in my she's looking on Sahan.
Yeah, Sahan.
I should take it to the bar. Some days you on, so you maybe say some days no. I'm just trying and going. Is that the moment? Oh, she's a situation. I don't really business. If at that time I knew that, it's important we have a more business, but we have set this routine. What you seeing to do that as a perfect experience. But it was very deep.
I know.
Oh, that shit. And I'm like, yes, or in massive. It helped us to put our heads together, to play together, to learn together. I think we did the sensibilities give us an income. And so, from the way I worked hard, I started doing business from the university. Always, I was one of the main distributors of always, the one with means. I was one of the daily distributors. It's a partner with one of my lecturers called the business. And that it helped here. And today we have a good relationship with that lecturer from, from the 90s, pushing the words. And so I'm grateful for all these experiences. And so as I worked for a while, and after I went for my master's at Cambridge, I started doing business.
Your business you're talking about, the Stalwart group, you've branched off with several things, including energy and gas. And I've always wondered, women in energy and gas, from the name alone, oil and gas, energy, oil and gas, it looks like it's going to be a very tough one. So how are you able to, go into all of that at the same time? I mean, that was last month, you're selling potato, as you told me, along the way, now being energy, oil and gas. Okay, so we started out as a training and consulting firm. But prior to that time, I had worked in an oil and gas servicing company. So the clients that I was exposed to, also kind of worked in that sector. So when I started training, we started training for oil and gas parties, soft skills and all that. And then I discovered that, I had interest and I was quite good at those functional design, even though I need not be the ones associated. I'm good at designing learning programs and creating learning experiences for people. And so I started to develop that really fantastic. Now, you know what they say about teachers? They say they're like signboards. They point the way to success, but they themselves to go good. So trainers, we tend to be like that. I didn't want that. So in the course of our work, I don't want to mix training with projects. So when there were projects, we began to build capacity in that and set up a small, oil and gas company. Where opportunities come, we are able to take advantage of opportunities with the learning things that we're learning from the industry. So I was also learning from the courses and trainings that I'm still learning and student of life. So we started out, we also have branched into technology outsourcing. So now we have a small business outsourcing company. My initial statement to her is that whoever interact at whatever level, and no matter how you feel, I must be able to come exposure to what keep investing. And so people are at the heart of what we do the business. So everything that we have set up, the social enterprise helps we work with young people and not youths, the leadership programs for which we do capacity development for teachers, education, and we have empowerment programs for women. At the end of the day, I know that I came in here and saw you with your lovely baby. I was thinking it was already a very grown baby, even though it's still a baby. But I was shocked to find out how little the age is, and you're still very vibrant. How do you combine being a wife, a mother, and still being able to, churn out so much energy for the masses and, of course, for your clients? I have a mantra I learned from Michelle Obama. Is watching them to be one of the books she wrote. I'm not sure if they're still coming with the lighting there. But she said something. She told me about how overwhelming it's been. Yeah, juggling being a mother, her responsibility. First lady, lawyer, accomplished writer. And she said something. She said, as women, we can have it all, but not at the same time. I cut my facial self-privacy, and then I had a big move at an advanced age. I'll be ungrateful not to acknowledge the role that I was facing all of this. My husband is this giver, and he allows me to go crazy sometimes, not to be able to succeed as well, something like that. Great. You come around, thank you. Mr. Rollins, which is the Semlek, I want to say thank you. Thank you for being who you are, for letting me be and allowing me be the best version of myself. This life, we're in it together. And I was just saying, say thank you. Instead of being married to Valerie, you are. To remind him that it's good to know that you have a supportive husband. Yes. Because that's what we all ask for, because it takes two to tango, and like we said, if a broom is scattered, it doesn't really make a bunch and it can't sweep much. So we said, I join you to say thank you, but I won't help you read that. You feel us after that. Now, I'll tell him. In doing all of that, it makes you look like he's eating ice cream or cream caramel right on your couch. But I know it's not easy. What are the challenges, getting to reach the young people you're trying to train, or you're reaching your clients? You're trying to pass business idea or the other. Like you said, it's something listening. Absolutely, it's to pass because easy has never solved any problem. Can it not being easy? Except that Mr. Easy married. Well, So that's another conversation. But I think the major challenge, I have had my moments of burnout. And that's why I acknowledge my husband is putting things in systems, creating a system. And you make the mistakes. Till today, we're still learning, still a learning curve, even in business. There are challenges. The young people, there's huge disparity in from the time that we were their age, the things that how we learn, the things that we learn, culture. A lot has changed. Drop your work aside, drop your family aside. Who is you? Yeah. What should I have to think about? Who am I? I'm a person who is passionate, like I said, who is passionate about people. I am a person who loves the values that matter to me are family. I love community. I love being part of the community and well, I'm able to enjoy the peace of being in that community. I'm also everybody is be a part of that. I love that. I enjoy traveling. I work hard. I know that I play hard too. But when I have a chance, relax but I definitely don't joke with that. When you have time to relax and play, what do you do? And I like to travel. That's where you see, not the kind that my class travel. I used to do that as well. When we travel, we go to places, how we do shop. We don't get to see the places. We don't get to immerse ourselves in the culture. So that's a new thing for me, understanding the culture, sample their food, how to do things, what's unique about it, what are the things that we have in common. That's study. I think it has helped to develop my cultural awareness and intelligence. Dealing with people across the world, whether it's Asia, rural places like that. Even in Nigeria, I noticed that you're calling the outside world. And I know that in Nigeria, we have over 700 tribes and dialects. That is 700 culture. And we move from place to place. There's so much to enjoy being in Nigeria. I wish we can learn more to have our holidays here in Nigeria. Go to Abuja, for instance. You know the place? Where? Abuja. I've heard about the place. There are places that in fact, at some point, I was nominated when I was much younger to go with the white people that would ride across the country and go to different states. And I was willing to do that. And because I was young and singular, and I could do that. And I really wanted to experience the culture. And I like to visit new states. But in Nigeria, the challenge is security. Places where you cannot fly. You have to go while you think one of these associated and it's like, we're going to lose things. But there's every day, although there are places with support. I used to love to go. My house was in peaceful rooms. I remember there is people stand up in the compromising the partners to just listen to our land. There's so many scenic places and so much. I used to love to go to Sherry Hills. Yes. It was a beautiful place. And when I was up there, each time I got up there, I felt I was very close to God. And it was that closeness. I think that's something we should explore more in Nigeria, get to see places. But people are also getting scared of going to just as it is. It's one of those spaces, right? So it's not about the destinations, it's that people are always afraid. And I pray that our leaders will tackle this challenge. When hospitals, when tourism, and I know that every there's so much because it's a really significant impact on their small islands. Which are very small. That's right. Tourism and that's what we do. Give me someone they have the biggest amount of their life to over. So thank you so much. I won't leave you until I found out. Having worked with young people, extensively. What's on a scale of 1 to 3, what is the biggest challenge embracing the world today? They want to be understood. Right? At the heart of it, they just want to be understood. I know that with time, we will get to understand them. I don't know when that will be. Let's already at the point, this will begin to need to understand the generation alpha and the beta as well. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
And your baby is calling actually. That's your madam.
Yes, my madam has been told.
Yes. Thank you so much. We're speaking to the CEO of the Stalwart Group, and her name is Catherine Pam Semlek. Next week, we have even more exciting guests waiting to have you and you to have her. Until then, I remain Elizabeth Amai. Chai.